First, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens, and we like to call our channel Christian Home Theater Screens, because I like saying that. Anyway, so technology we have here was given to us by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We've had it for quite some time. It's allowed us to be able to evolve in different forms of technique that we've learned down through time. And of course, we've had people come out and say some very nasty things about our products, making false statements about our products, which now we are going to have to go into court for these things because individuals felt the need to do dumb stuff on YouTube. But anyway, I sat there on a YouTube video and said that if everything we make, if everything we're doing is shisty, scammy, we're doing things we shouldn't be doing, may the Lord take it away. May the Lord out me, expose me, throw me out there for all to see. I said that on YouTube. And ever since I made that statement, our technology has been rising to levels that I have never seen before. We now have a black projection screen at 15%, 300 lumen projector that can literally operate a white level higher than a gray screen. And that's one of the things gray screens cry about all day long. We pull high white levels. I think about the white screen anyway, but we pull higher white levels. So gray screen really now has nothing. Because again, it can't reach a contrast level of a black screen. That's virtually impossible. And then whatever it had left in the white zone compartment is gone. Because the technology we have here at 15% makes the screen unwatchable. Now this is two different versions of screen paint. The one on this side is a little lighter. It's a lighter mix. This one over here is a darker one. That right there is black and white paint. That right there is the apple barrel. The one that somebody cheated in the demonstration by mixing black paint in it because they're afraid of it. So as you can see, it doesn't come up on our screen. And our screen is black. I also did in the demonstration, which I shot, black on black demonstrations. All our screens have to go through them. Every single one have to go through black on black. House paint, they have to do it because again, we want to ensure the customer that they're not getting ripped off. They're not getting everyday house paint that can slide off a shelf. And this also too helps us when we have to take people to court and sue them. What is he doing? Oh, you're over there. So it also helps us to deal with people that are doing false demonstrations. We can walk into a court when we do that demonstration. Now, we changed the rules and regulations with the technology now because of its interesting capabilities. So those particular contracts we have now have been up to $5 and $10 million. Reason why? Because heck yes, we can back this thing up in the court on so many levels, it's not even funny. I can't wait to go into a courtroom with this. I can show it off. I don't even care about the lawsuit. I just want to show it off from other people. So yeah, we can easily back that up. Now, before we get into this video, people come in and ask us what these contracts are. Explain to you because our videos show up more. All these videos we just launched, they're all over Google right now. These particular documents are designed to cut down on the nonsense we've been going through on YouTube with individuals making statements that they can't back up. So, again, as I said before, I hired some very interesting people. They are by law investigators. Their job is to basically track down individuals who try to hide on the network. And their job is to find you, and we'll send you a letter. When they report back to us, you'll get a nice little letter. It'll be a black letter that pops up. Mine will be an all black, by the way. And you'll know it's from us. And in that letter, we'll tell you that you have 3 days to sign the contract, and we'll see you in court. So all you're doing is basically just backing up what you just said. That's all. Either way, if we take you to court, it's still the same thing. But we're giving you the option to be able to prove yourself. So all you do is just sign that document, and you go to court saying, making your claims that you made against my company, and if you can't back it up, then you owe me $5 million, which we know you can't. And you know you can't. That's why you're not going to sign the document. So just in case if you forget the document, you don't sign it, there's a deadline on that thing, 3 days. Which means in 3 days, that gives us confirmation back that, hey, he never signed, he never sent it back. Then that tells you at the end of the day that you forfeit and you can't really back up what you said. And that's when we send a process server to your front door to serve you for court to let you know you're being sued now for $10 million. It's very simple, cut and dry. So that document that you got, that seals your fate. You don't sign it, we can go to court and say you never signed it. So basically it just shows that everything you said was fake. Open the show. That's what cease and desist order is. It's designed to seal your fate. That's what they're designed to do. They send you one of those out. They're giving you an option to get out of a situation. Like, okay, back it down or get sued. You keep doing what you do, and they take you to court on this and say, look, we gave him a document, came with cease and desist order to back it down. He didn't. The judge is going to say, why didn't you back it down? And you're sued. That's it. It says it right there. What's going to happen to you? You can't explain it any more than that. But these are different. These aren't cease and desist orders. This is telling you you will sign a document if you make the statement, and you'll back it up in court. If you lose, you're going to lose that money. If you don't sign it, you're going to lose even more money. And mind you, if we hit federal court, this carries jail time. Because it shows clearly you committed fraud against my company, which means we'll request for jail time. So again, don't get one of those black envelopes. All right. Just bottom line, if you don't like the screen, just say you don't like it. That's all. I don't like the screen. It's not to my favorite. There you go. But if you're doing something like you're calling it scammers and rip-off artists and all that stuff, we'll see you in court. All right? All right. Now we got past all that. Now, gray screen, you're done. You're obsoleted. So you know that from the door. You're done. I have an interesting thing I want to show you at the end of the day. It's very interesting. So I was thinking about, what about a dark charcoal mix? Not a mix, but a certified charcoal screen. How would that compare to its white levels next to this technology? Now, it'd be backwards because we would know that the lighter the screen, the better. Now, white surface, yeah, white surface is always going to pull a higher white level. It's white. It's neutral white. That's the field of the white screen, that neutral white. But can it make our screen unwatchable? No, because that's the whole thing. We showed off white levels next to our screens. It's because people were doing these demonstrations and saying our products came up so dark. But we do all these testings on white screens on 1,000 lumen projectors, and we're not coming up dark, then something's wrong there. This is why we have to get lawyers involved. Let's go to court over this. So again, as I said before, white screen is a neutral color, but the gray screen made all these statements that literally that it basically could make our screens unwatchable. Not only can our technology we have here blend into a gray screen and wash it out with a cell phone flashlight, even in its own environment, the gray screen's always in the dark. So we can take a cell phone and wash out the color out of it. This technology is different. This technology literally makes your screen completely unwatchable because you can't read the white levels next to that black technology that's picking up crystal clear with no problem, and you can't read it. That means you don't have anything left. What do you have? You can't do contrast. We know that from the door. That's never going to happen. You can't pick it up an infinity contrast level. Your white levels now don't exist next to this technology, and your colors don't even work to begin with. So how do we? And we're on a 300 lumen projector. We're not anything powerful. Look at this. We're at 300 lumens. This is my QME 300 lumen projector. QME 2, 300 lumen projector. The 300 lumen projector, way back here in our environment, and as you can see, the gray screen's having a difficult time. Let me show you something, Mother Theory I had. And I was actually right on this too. So, the lighter mixes won't work. Unless you have a neutral white screen, that's the only way. But you're going to have to put something in it to tint it in order to pick up your contrast better. And the darker you make the screen to pick up your contrast levels, the faster your white levels begin to fade. And that's going to be a problem when you go against the screen. Let me show you the theory right here. This is the certified dark screen. It's a gray screen. It's a dark. Let me show you what happens. So, now, you see that screen right there? That's a dark gray. That tells you at the end of the day, you're obsolete. You know why? If you go lighter, you're in trouble because the contrast on that technology would eat your screen alive. So you would have to go darker to compete with the dark levels. But if you're dark either way, anything you drop in there that darkens your screen, that screen can produce a higher white level than your screen. So it'll crush you on white levels, it'll crush you on contrast. Where do you go? Can't go anywhere. That's a charcoal gray certified screen. Now, do you understand the whole purpose of obsolete? If you go too light, the contrast will destroy you. And if you put a slight little bit of black paint in that paint you make, anything in there darkens that white level, that changes that neutral color, You have to anyway, because that means you have a white screen. You know, they run anyway against our technology. They don't pick up at all. So anything you put in there to try to change and darken that product automatically is going to fall into this category. Number one, it's not going to read next to our white levels. Number two, our contrast will destroy it. Color levels will take it out. Ambient light controlled environments, your screen will disappear. Now, if you make it darker to try to compete with the screen, you got a problem. The screen generates an extremely high white level, which means we can turn your screen dark. So, you're obsolete. Well, I warned you, and I told you from the door. We've had this conversation, gray screen, that I told you needed to upgrade, didn't I? Gravy trains don't last forever. But I told you what we were going to do. I said I was going to derail your train, but not only that, I was going to burn your train yard to the ground. There's nothing left now. There's nowhere you can go. And you can't go into black technology. You know why? You don't have enough experience in the field. You need a ton of testing to be in black technology because it's a screen that's unheard of. So they require extremely tons of testing. And you're too far behind to learn it. Because I know that because some of you, I've given you permission to make the product and you failed multiple times. So that's it right there. And as for people trying to make black screens, well, the problem you have with that, you have to beat the challenge on this thing. 300 lumen, fully lit environment, and then you're going to have to be able to conquer a black surface and a gray surface at the same time. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But this is pretty interesting. So that's why I got the tombstone up there. Rest in peace. Now, word of the wise. If you're a person who makes great paint and you feel at the end of the day that this demonstration is fake and unreal, well, I'll send you a document. And you sign it, we can walk into a courtroom and watch it together. Or if you just want to be on YouTube talking nonsense, I'll wipe your entire company clean. The screen is 15% done. Your nightmare is at 100. Beyond nightmares at 100. This is a nightmare already for some screens. 100%. You know the damage this thing is going to cause. Mind you, as I showed you before, the ambient light gain that sits on the screen can absorb sunlight at 50 lumens at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, piercing through a window. So it has insane gain capabilities. You can wrap halo systems around this thing. It wouldn't even affect it. I can stick a light in front of it, it wouldn't affect it. The environment light we have in here doesn't even touch it. So, good luck. With that being said, I told y'all a long time ago, upgrade, 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 upgrade. Testing, 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 testing. You're not even ready for it. As for our customers, well, now they have the most superior technology, which is going to be on the market. And as for Diamond's concept, I can't wait to pop in there and show him this thing at the end of the day. He's going to be like, what the freak? But he's probably going to come up with something crazy too. That's why I like the way this guy works at the end of the day. He's always working on something. At least he didn't get lazy at it. He's constantly working on something. Always working on something. Gotta respect that. Let's go over to white screen saver. So now you're stuck. That UV mix, that Frankenstein, that stuff would have got crushed on here. Any of the Cinemax, oh, we turn the Cinemax unwatchable. It's gray. Hybrid, gone. Oh, that stuff is gone. Wouldn't survive it. Any terms that somebody may use that we're using high power projectors, if we pick up on that, you're being sued. Because the court, we're on a 300 lumen projector. You're going to be walking the courtroom with a 300 lumen projector and show you. You can set the whole thing up for us. We can all watch. Anyone making statements that we're basically using special abilities on our phone, hey, sign the contract. We'll send it right over to you. See you in court. We don't have $5 million. And if you sit there and say, well, you don't have it, no, I don't have $5 million. But the fact I had that much confidence in my product that I can do that, not having it tells you at the end of the day, you're screwed if you walk into a courtroom with me. If I'm willing to sign a document and send it to you and walk into a courtroom not only having $5 million, what would that say at the end of the day about the screen? A smart businessman would see that and go, oh, heck no. No, I'm not walking in with that. An idiot at the end of the day would go, oh man, this has got to be fake. Yeah, we would clean the clock in that courtroom. When I get done with you, you walk out of there with a wheelbarrow. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. More like you'll be paying us $5 million. We go to court, it'd be 10. And any lawyer who finds out that you didn't sign the first document is not representing your case. Because they're going to ask you, well, you made all these videos about this guy. Why didn't you just sign the document and walk into court with him? Unless you didn't have, you lied. And that means the lawyer's going to drop your case in a minute. So you won't have anybody represent you when you go to court. So, that being said, well, that's just it. You have to take it. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to take it silently and quietly and disappear. Mind you, the video I'm making right now, all the videos I just launched a few minutes ago, they're all over Google right now. I just came off of Facebook. I've been on 8 different pages. I've been on multiple sites that are showing off our technology in so many different areas. I go to multiple forum sites. I even have my own forum site. It's logged everywhere right now. And then when we're out here, we're going to have it in a showroom on a big display so everybody can see it. Anyone who walks in that showroom, they're going to see it. A gray screen that can't even pick up. Next to our technology. White screens don't pick up anyway. We do those all day. Splatter screens, we call them splatter screens. Ooh, we got to do this on a splatter screen versus a gray. We got to do a splatter screen. I think I'm going to write my name in there. Oh, wait, I thought we haven't done that one yet. We're supposed to do that one. We're supposed to write our name with the painting. We can't do it with the screen right here. That's impossible. But I think we're going to do it right here with the quasar. Heck yeah. We're supposed to write my name in. And then have our name pop up, and the gray screen don't read, the white screen don't read. So we're going to do half and half, half white, half gray, and we're going to write our name in. Do a splatter screen, write our name in. That'd be freaking cool, wouldn't it? We're definitely doing that one. We're definitely doing it. Got that all white surface. Let me see what we got over here. We got anything over here to play with? Gotta find something. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna find something. Which is interesting. This day started off with me just basically going to be doing a demonstration with a white screen and showing a gray screen, like the misconception of a gray screen. That's what it started off with, and I had it laying against the screen because remember, like I said, we never tested it. I was over there doing the side by side next to the transparent clear and the transparent black. I mean, we never did it. So then I had it sitting up here because I was getting ready to do the demonstration, and I wanted to go do my email account, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Because usually I'm used to these screens blending into the screen. Not doing that. And I was like, whoa, it's picking up a higher white level. Last time I've seen screens do that, or HE47s do that, but they're silver screens, they're not black. So we literally got a black screen, been blessed to have a black screen that can generate a white level literally that high at 15%. When that screen's transparent, light travels back and forth through it all the time. Usually transparent screens have a very difficult time generating environments because they fade super fast because the light is passing right through the screen. Where if the screen's solid, it basically shows a much more better image. That's like if you go out and you take a screen that has mesh, if you see both from left to right. Now if you paint that all black, and I've done it before, paint them all black, when the light passes through it, the image fades. But if you take a solid surface and stick it behind it, the image picks up because it has something to land on. There's an image there to land on. There's no landing pad on screens when they're invisible. It just passes right through it, and it smacks into whatever light that's in the environment. So it's actually, your image, instead of it hitting the wall and coming back, it's basically filtering through a surface, and all the light that's behind that surface, it's making contact with it. It's also making contact with the light in the environment also too. So that's why when you see a majority of these visible screens, they'll be dark in the background. Because any light hitting from the back of that screen could basically potential interrupt the picture quality. We don't have that issue because we can put lights behind the back of our screens. Our screens can filter through light. That's the problem we have when it comes to transparent some screens. They have that issue. That's why I said when the guy wrote down this stuff was rear capability, I'm like, you have no information here on rear capability because you don't know what you're doing. Anybody can say this stuff is rear. Can you explain to how physical light and a rear projection screen interact with each other, especially when you're in hostile and well-lit environments? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. As you can see right there, gray screen. Well, yep, you're obsolete. When the screen peaks at 100%, it goes on the market, you're done. So, I don't know what you're going to do, to tell you the truth. You're too far behind to go in their black technology. Anyone developing black technology doesn't even understand it enough to basically even have a test. You're missing a bunch of tests. You may be able to go on YouTube and showboat for a little bit, but that's basically about it. You can't go any farther with it. You're stuck. We're not going to make any money with it, because any customer gets that stuff and they do something with it. They go try and turn the lights on, it doesn't work, hit it with another projector. But you got people got to stop using crutch projectors all the time. You got to learn to swap back and forth. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically about it. Now remember what I said. All the people want to sit there and say I'm all these things, right? I sat there on camera and sat there and said, testimony to all, if I am all these things that claim to be, may the Lord take away our blessings. May he throw us out in the street. May he make us exposed to all. Technology jumped by a lot. We never had technology on this level, ever. Never, ever had anything like this on this level. I've never had a black screen ever do this in my life. And all the time I've been developing black screen, I've never seen one do this. Our technology has advanced way beyond what we're used to seeing it. See, you want to touch my Lord's blessings at the end of the day. You want to take his servants and try to discredit them and make them look like they're this, that, and the other. And look at their downfall and look at our upgrade. Look, we're rising, they're falling. Yep. All right. I'm happy, super, super happy. And I still got time. I got business to take care of today. Other business that must be tended to. I want to add to this video, but those people know exactly who will be contacting, will be reaching out to get you taken care of, so we can get you in front of a courtroom. Mind, you made statements about this product. Keep in mind, the lawsuits are going to jump now by a lot. So, that's going to be just you. So with that being said, well, that's pretty much basically about it. I mean, I've got my theory right there. I was wondering if we went darker on it, what would happen. Didn't match. It's still not picking up. So I'm happy with it. And now for my customers, they got a screen that's going to be unfreaking believable. Well, I got two companies to think about now. I got Certified, who basically are going to be sending me letters pretty soon to sell out, and I got gray screen companies that are going to be contacting us to sell out. Nah. I got too many projects to work on with this technology. I know what's going to happen. I got too much to do. My Lord probably sat there was sitting there thinking like, oh, they're going to prosecute my servant at the end of the day. Let me show them what I do. Look at the Lord right there. Look at his blessings right there. Skyworth food demonstration. I always butcher this thing. Skyworth food demonstration. Doesn't read it at all. Skyworth food demonstration. I could literally not imagine having this stuff in your home to operate stuff. Like you literally would have to scream at stuff. I said oven on. Oven on. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine that crap. I could not imagine that nightmare. I don't want voice activated anything. I mean, to a certain degree, yeah, I can do it voice activation. But you're talking about at the end of the day, no, you'd be screaming at stuff in your house, arguing with stuff. You ever seen people with really thick accents argue with the Alexa? My friend's Jamaican. He has a very thick accent. He hates that thing so much. He argues with it all the time. It doesn't listen. Because it can't. How does that even work? Look at that right there. See? Gray screen that pick up. Now see that board right there? That board is supposed to be a light, I can say, I can't think of the name of a lighter color. I'm using more like chestnut and brown or whatever. But it's supposed to be a light oak, like a light oak color. As you can see that tint that comes with the gray? It's not picking it up on this side. It's not picking it up on this side. It's supposed to have a natural look to it. Now, let's go back here. Let's go back here. I'm going to go back here more. Let's stop there. Now, you see the gray screen? This is everyday screen paint right there. That is the difference between the gray screen and that black screen right now. Let's show you something even more fun. Now, we showed you how this one doesn't pull up, right? All right. And we got a lighter gray screen paint that it can pull up. All right. This is black paint. That is black paint. We use this black paint all the time. You know what it is? That is, oh wait, you're not even in the picture right there for that one. There we go. That is Dynasty black paint from Home Depot. You know why? Because an individual went on YouTube and made a false claim against my company, which is now going to cost them a lot of money, made a statement that our products were made with Dynasty. We use Dynasty in every single demonstration, which means those demonstrations will be brought up in court. Like this one will also be brought up in court. So that's black paint. Now, those of you who call yourself making black screen paints, you're going to have to do a test now like this. And this is going to be harder now because now you have to beat the black paint, but you're going to show that you can actually change and alter the color of a gray screen. Interesting thing about a gray screen is that gray screen can generate a white level. It can. It has that capability because it's lighter. It doesn't do a neutral, but it does pick up a higher white level because it's lighter. That's why the screens we have over here, they have to pull their high white levels. They can blend into them. But the problem you have is now you're going to have to, you can't blend into it. You're literally going to have to turn it unwatchable, which means your white levels would have to be dramatically super high to do it. And the higher the white levels on our technology, the darker the black screen becomes. We have right here, house paint. Because now it even has an even harder time trying to generate a white level next to a screen that's turning a gray screen unwatchable. So that's literally how high the white levels on that technology is at 15%. And on 300 lumens. Now, you see the chopping block right here? You're breaking down my video right now in the form site. You're going through it. See the chopping block? See the discoloration? This is gray. That's not gray anymore. That's actually a tinted color now. Look at the color of it. It's not even picking up gray anymore. See the skin tones in her hands? It changes the skin tone in her hand. This screen generates a white level literally so high it alters gray. So with the gray screen physically can't see gray now. And it's gray. But remember, I'm not saying all gray screens, but certain people had gray screens. Remember what you did. You went against God's blessing. You tried to taint a blessing that was given to us by God. What do you think God was going to do? He's going to out you for what you are and what you think that you do. That's what he's going to do. You prosecuted one of his Christians, his servants. So all that is coming to you because of what you did. Now, the good thing about this situation is if you get on your knees and you beg to the Lord for forgiveness, he will forgive you. But you have to be sincere in your heart. You can't fake and lie because he's going to know it. How are you going to lie to God? He's God. And God can forgive you and get you out of the situation that you're about to go through. You will go through a process. He has to go through the process. It's called trial and tribulations. He has to go through it. This is how you learn to become humble. This is how you learn that you are not the strongest person on the face of the planet, that God is. This is where you learn to trust in him. Or you can become arrogant, mean, and nasty and serve the devil, and the devil will eventually collect what belongs to him. It's up to him at the end of the day. It's up to anybody who goes on that road. But until then, the gray screen is an obsolete product now. So everything comes up with that yellowish look to it now. With the noodles. See? That's what they're looking on the forum site right now. They're going through the videos right now. It's a gee whiz, man. Everything that it hits, the gray screen hits, it comes up yellow. Black service doesn't read it all for Jack. With black paint. Now you see the discoloration in green? Right there. See? It can't even pick up the color green correctly. See, we hit the skin tone of her knuckle. Look at that. So this technology alters and changes the gray where it makes it unwatchable. It's like a vampire paint. It's like sucking all the white out of your screen. It's draining your energy source. And mind you, you're not in a halo system, which will be far worse, because you're wrapped around 6K. That thing could run through 12K of hot them white lights easily. And now gray screens react in fully lit environments. Our environment's not fully lit in here, and it's having an issue. So if we turn the lights on, you're not going to see the gray screen's going to have all types of issues. So consider that. I want to make sure we get that black screen there too. That's very important. Right, here we go. Look at the lemon. Go a little more. Everything is discolored. Her shirt, the lemon, all that. Discolored. This side ain't reading nothing. Yeah, we're going to get a few people saying, not my product, going to do it. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's Apple Barrel over there. All right. So what you do is you take your stuff and you go on a live stream with some Apple Barrel. With sealed, not pop top and paint all inside the end of it. And you do that demonstration. You match Apple Barrel, Network Gray 773, any of that stuff. You're in a lot of trouble because this stuff will take it out. Better you lose against that at the end of the day than you go against this right here. Because this one won't be here. This will be on site for all these people to watch. Well, then you'll be on YouTube. It's the same thing for all these people to watch. But anyway. But you got to test your stuff either way. Gonna have to test it. I'll be scared to death at the end of the day if I never tested my product. At the end, I'll be terrified. You never know what's going to go wrong in a video. Look at the corn. Look how it's nice and bright here on our screen. Look at it over here on gray screen paint. Look how dirty it came up. Oh man, that is, look at that. Look at the massive difference. This is what you mean by yellowish tone, but it has a kind of a, it's weird, because I've seen the other areas, they just turn red for some reason, just turn strange red. Gray screen's just altering this, the colors are just having a very difficult time. And the black paint, well, it ain't there. Because again, as I said before, you know, black paint and all that stuff can't generate a white level. And if this technology is picking up a white level literally so high that it's turning the gray screen unwatchable, imagine what it's doing to that black paint on the side. Oh man, this is wild. There is no confusion in that kitchen. All kitchens got confusion in it. You got something going on in there, something here or there, whatever, whatever. But there is no confusion in that kitchen at all. You can tell that's a stage kitchen, man. I've never seen a kitchen with that many colors in it, that bright, that vivid, ever. Never, in no one's home, ever. Gotta have some confusion in your kitchen. Like, there's always something out of place. There's always something out of place in the kitchen that you just never cook in there and you just got it as show. I know people like that, $100,000 Viking oven, and never used it. Brand new, never used it, just got in there for show. What's the point? That thing had a pizza oven in it. A pizza oven in the freaking Viking. A Viking is not your everyday oven. Vikings, you can't just buy that and install it yourself. You'll burn your house to the ground. That's an industrial oven. You have to have somebody put in a firewall. Because you'll burn your house down. Insulate and put a firewall up there for Vikings. That's the big boy oven. The Viking. Alright, let's see for a minute. Viking oven. The Viking, baby. The Viking. The Viking, baby. Let me tell you right then today, I know my stuff. Look at that Viking, baby. That's about $16,000 oven right there. 16 grand. You can spend more than that. You get the big boy. That's the basic right there. You get the big boy. They can cost you $12,000, $7,000. The cheapest one they got on here is it's 5 grand. That's the cheapest one. But the ovens will cost you a lot of money. If you ever heard of Viking, you heard of Sub-Zero refrigerators? That's another refrigerator that costs a lot of money. You see somebody in their kitchen, they got Vikings sitting up in there, like, daggone, bro, you got Vikings up in here? Yeah, that's a high-end freaking oven. Them things are not cheap. If you worked in the restaurant business and you worked in the back on those big ovens they have, those are Vikings. They're like that. They're built like that. That's a Viking. You can put like a freaking 25-pound turkey in that thing, man. The ovens are huge. Like a Hansel and Gretel effect in there. Got a full-size grill. You can get it with a full-size grill on the top. But like they have in restaurants, the same thing. They generate a ton of heat, so you can't put that in and so on. You'll burn your house down. They got to come and they got to put in a fireproof wall to put those in. They have a firewall and a fireproof wall to install them in. There's something else. But if you got one, man, that's unbelievable what you can do on those things. Man, oven 16 grand is cheap. Because I think somebody had one for $100,000 for an oven. Man, you better be cooking on that thing 24/7. 100 grand. You better be making money. I have to get my money back on that. Something. All right, so we're over here. We got the freaking white zone, all that other stuff we usually do at the end of the day. As you can see, you know what I mean? The gray screen ain't picking up jack. Black paint ain't picking up jack. And our screen's picking up an amazing white level. So, when will the system be available? The tile system. This is all tile system right here, technology. Well, roughly probably looking at around September, maybe. I don't know. We've got to wait for that paperwork to get back. We can't launch these things. There's no way in the world we can launch them. And as we start to study them, we know more and more and more about the technology. Keep in mind, so this is going to scare some people make product at the end of the day, but hey, it is what it is. This is one of them. So if you think that this is just all we have, no, there's 67 of them in an ad tech skill tree. 67. They can even change colors. So you have to do it 67 of them. Mind you, you've seen the demonstrations these things do. They're how much people worry about the light in their environment. You think it absorbs sunlight. You can put a halo system through that baby and it still won't even affect it. So yeah, when God said that we're going to have the most powerful screen on the planet, he was not joking. So, as I said before, rest in peace, gray screen. You did your job. Surprised you lasted this long, to tell you the truth, honestly. I really am surprised you lasted this long. But at least at the end of the day, well, I don't know. I can't even tell you. You're too far behind to learn this stuff. I can't wait to get to the certifies. Where's this another company? Oh, Goose Screen. The Goose Screen. The Goose Screen. That's the same. Yeah. I just go through those great companies. Man, the money we can make off this thing. I mean, bottom line is we can get way more than what we're charging for it. A whole lot more. I can get $10,000 with one of these surfaces. 10 grand. I got people that'll pay it. It's something they know this screen can do. But are we going to charge that much money? Nah. Actually, 4 of these tiles are around $1,400. They make a screen size up to 106-inch, 235.1. I built one in here. It's a pretty big size screen. Compared to the diamond one, even come clear next to this technology, what it's designed to do. Ah, I hit my serger. That's what I did. Record. Let me see. Alright, we're done anyway. I'm leaving this in because I'm going to be working on this screen today. We're done. I have nothing else to do, to tell you the truth. Well, no, I do. I got to work on my PC over here. So I got all my videos recorded, and I got to go on Facebook, and I have to do something on portrait because I got the portrait projector all set up and ready to go over here. That's why I sat there and said while I was working on this right here, our Fallout PC, I sat there and said, oh, I got to order this Surface for the Fallout PC too because I got a screen that's supposed to connect in there too for the Flex. All right, let me get that order, get the Flex in here, make these phone calls, get all this stuff done, get this tidied up, and then we're done on YouTube for the day. I got to be on Facebook. I got to do some demonstrations on portrait in a different form site because they're talking about portrait setups. I definitely want to get the time to make a portal, but I got to wait for the projector mapping equipment to be updated for that, for me to do portals. Which should be pretty cool because you look right through those things. So we're going to definitely do a portal setup. All right, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. As I said before, you know, like I said, gray screen, don't take it personally. But again, it comes with technology. This is how it works at the end of the day. Imagine those people had 8-track players in their car, and next you know, we got cassette tech, the decks in there. It's just a changing of the time of technology, you know, the pecking order. That's how that works at the end of the day. You know, that's why you got to constantly update your technology. You never know who's going to pop up with something crazy at the end of the day. It could give you some serious competition at the end of the day. So, you had a good run. I used to make it. I'm glad I don't make it anymore, but I used to make it. When I saw that black diamond, I knew at the end of the day that I had to change myself because there's no way in the world to survive that screen at the end of the day. So with that being said, you should update it. The problem was you got lazy. You made good money off these traditions of calibration and dark environments and all this other stuff, and you got lazy with it. So with that being said, at the end of the day, yeah. Should have been updating. Constantly updating, constantly evolving, constantly working on your products, constantly crafting. Cutting corners and all that stuff hurts you at the end of the day. Cutting all those corners and doing all that stuff, it hurts your product. Then when you come across something that's the real deal, you're in trouble. You have no way to deal with it. So what we're going to do is I need to test this thing out. Really test it out. We need to get some great certifies in here. Great certifies, I got to go stop over and pick up some great paints and whatever, and we got to really throw some stuff at this thing and see what it does. Because man, I'm still amazed by that. I'm still trying to process that. We've seen a silver screen do it. Of course, a silver screen can supposed to do it. It's a much lighter screen. They collect a lot of light. They can easily do that. Under our technology, yeah. But a black screen do that? That's what caught me off guard. I was like, wow. Yeah, it caught me off guard. Did not see that coming. We developed it yesterday. So yesterday when we coded it in, I didn't put a gray screen up there. I just did side-by-side comparison between the more transparent clear next to that one to see how that would produce. And as you've seen, the clear generate this invisible contrast capabilities that they can match next to a black screen, even though they're visible, which is insane. We didn't even know they could do that. That's why I said that this technology we got is just showing all different sides to it like we've never seen before. And we got a 1050 graphic card that look absolutely insane on a 720p projector. Yeah, people still staring at that thing trying to wonder like, what the yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of process. And now at the end of the day, now I don't have to spend the money now for no high-end graphic cards. I don't need to anymore because that technology helped me out in a big way. Not have to go out and spend the money for expensive high-end projectors. Not needed anymore. Because again, the screen does all the work. I don't have to go through any of that anymore. It makes my job so much easier. I save so much money because I don't have to go out and buy all these high-end expensive projectors and stuff and try to make it for what the screen can't do. So this changes a lot. A whole lot. So, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. I got to go, and God bless. And, of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology because we're one for Him. None of this would ever be possible. Got to go.